I wish I could shout this to the mountaintops. Teething babies don't equal terrible sleep. Your teething baby doesn't have to be a bad sleeper. We can still have great sleep and cut our teeth. And I want to tell you all about the why. Hi, my name is Sarah Bossio, and as the lead certified pediatric sleep expert and owner of Your Zen Baby Sleep, I have helped over 650 families get the sleep they need. And the most common excuse that I hear for the why my baby isn't sleeping is that, oh, they're cutting a tooth. Gosh, babies cut teeth all the time, and it shouldn't have to interrupt your sleep, and we should be able to maintain good and healthy sleep habits through all of normal childhood development. I am here to help you keep your sleep on track, even when they are cutting all of those little pearly whites. So when is it teething and when is it something else? Teething pain, acute teething pain, should only be lasting for about 2 to 3 days. That's it. And we will see teething pain really come to a head when we can see the tooth cutting through the gums. So all babies kind of present differently with this, but you might see a little hole at the top of the gums. You might see the little white popping through. The gums might be red or swollen. As we get to the molars, you might actually see black and blue in the molars. And this is when we know that for about 2 or 3 days, like I'm talking 48 to 72 hours, that's it. Your baby can be uncomfortable because of their teeth. If your baby's terrible sleep has been going on for longer than 48 to 72 hours, it's not teething. It's not teething at all. It's something else. So I want to just focus on specific teething symptoms and understanding that it really shouldn't be something that affects sleep too much. Remember, your baby is cutting teeth all of the time. There's tons of them that are going to come in within the first couple years of life. And you know what's actually fascinating? Their adult teeth are already above their baby teeth. So I went to the dentist with my oldest daughter to get an x-ray of her teeth as just, her part of her routine exam. And I saw the baby teeth that were already in, right? And her adult teeth were above it. And the dentist said to me, "You're actually always teething. Our children are constantly teething. They're very, 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 very slowly pushing the teeth down constantly." So this is why we really can be confident that your baby's terrible sleep cannot be blamed on teething. I don't want you to blame it on that. We can blame it on lots of other stuff, primarily that they don't have independent sleep habits. And if that is the case, we want to look into teaching them sleep habits through a sleep training method, which is what I help families with every day. But when we really pinpoint that it is teething pain that is affecting their sleep, the first line of action is really to just look into pain management, right? The only thing we can do is help them manage their pain, and I want you to call their pediatrician to see what their advice will be. Some pediatricians do recommend Tylenol. There are also over-the-counter remedies that can help to soothe and calm the gums in order to help them feel a little bit better at bedtime and throughout the night. You can always put their teething toys into the freezer or even run a washcloth underwater and then freeze that, offering that to your baby before bedtime. So giving that to them during their bath time and as you're getting them ready to go to bed can really relieve some of the uncomfortable feeling that they have in their mouth ahead of bedtime, and the cold from the frozen teething toys or from the frozen washcloth can help soothe the irritation that any teething may be causing in their gums. When our babies are teething, it's okay to provide a little extra comfort at bedtime and maybe in the middle of the night. Listen, if you weren't comfortable, if you had some type of discomfort that was keeping you from sleeping, you would want some assistance too. So please make sure that your baby is comforted and soothed, and you do what you need to get them over the hump of teething. However, we want you to set literally a reminder on your phone or a timer or whatever it needs to be that after 72 hours from that point, if they're still uncomfortable and they're still not going to bed or waking up more frequently than they have been, it is not teething. We are not dealing with teething pain, and teething is not the reason for their sleep disturbances. We need to then pull back and look at other reasons for sleep disturbances that are more than just blamed on something that's just part of normal childhood development. Sticking to consistency throughout all of this can be really important. So stay to your routine, make sure that your bedtime routine is on par, and that even throughout the wake-ups, we really are trying to encourage the independent sleep habits if you do have them established. And then after that 72-hour mark, if your baby does have independent sleep habits, we are going back to those old rules. Once we know that the teeth have cut through the gum line, we can be certain that unless another tooth is cutting through, the teething pain is done and we can take a little reprieve and get back to our old sleep rules, our old habits, and sleeping on our own at bedtime and throughout the night. Please make sure that you just exercise some patience. You know, as with anything in parenting, this is just a phase, and a very short phase at that. One that happens frequently though, and it will pass. I actually don't pause my sleep training programs when a baby is teething because it is not something that we really need to take into account as they're learning independent sleep habits. And many sleep trained babies are not bothered by their teeth because they like sleep more. So just consider that as you are really trying to understand what your priority around sleep is within your household. If you have questions about teething and sleep or even independent sleep habits, I would love for you to leave a comment below. This is one of the favorite parts about being a sleep consultant, is being able to interact with families like yours. On your way down, please give this video a like so that I understand if this content is helpful for you, and subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know when I publish new videos. As always, from my living room to yours, thank you so much for joining me today, and I cannot wait to see you next time.